FAÇADE started with a flash I had one night. The idea was for a masked couple to commit a robbery, then take their mask off, revealing their true selves while everyone else kept their mask on. I thought the irony was cool in that showing it this way would create an interesting visual contrast. But then I realized that I had something deeper with this concept. Something that ended up nourishing the notions of the real and the fake within us, and I was like, whoa, I need to start writing now. Hi, my name is Alexandre. I'm the director and co-writer of FAÇADE, Adrift in a Sea of Strangers. As co-writer, my focus was on the subject of the fake self, and after a considerable amount of research, we ended up with a screenplay that everyone at my production company, Les Orphelins, was hyped to bring to life. One of the first things we need to talk about here is the duality of the fake self and the real self. So what are they? The fake self is something we show to others, while the real self resides inside us, hidden. It's a defensive facade that we create for the sake of acceptance from others. It usually begins with our parents as a means to please them. Something that's created by their demands and their insecurities that they pass on to us. In order to be accepted, we fake it. We fake most things. In other words, we pretend to be something we're not throughout our entire childhood.
Oh my God.
As we grow older, this instinctive reaction continues with everyone we know, with friends, with work colleagues, on social media, and so on. It's a peer pressure effect that we've lived with since the day we were born. And like any form of pressure, one day we're bound to explode. That's what all the push and camera represents, society's pressure. The God's Eye view emphasizes that exact notion. The feeling that society is marching in this preconditioned nonsense that's yet to understand its own nature. The mask becomes our metaphor, representing the fake self, our facade to the external world. I knew from the get-go that our story was about identity and revelation, that at one point our protagonists would take off their mask and face a world that nobody else is willing to. To convey this idea, I thought it would be essential to show fragments of their former lives. Elements that show that their real self is always there, albeit hidden behind a mask. So, once you see them for who they truly are, neither the world nor the viewer can ever unsee them. With that in mind, we shot all the couple scenes twice, with a mask and without a mask. For the baby scene, we created a baby ski mask that combined a piece of cloth that looked like the wool of a ski mask to create the illusion of a mask being put on the baby by the mother. To me, our biggest challenge was finding the perfect locations to tell this story. I had a vision in mind of a very Eastern European style. Montreal is very much the opposite of all that I was looking for. We had to search long and hard to marry the vision and budget within the constraints of our real-world setting. There are so many details subtly hidden throughout the film to subconsciously reflect the theme. The representation of anxiety with blood under the mask, or depression while feeling like you can't breathe underwater, or even the painting in the art gallery that shows fractured faces. Though the film speaks about the real and fake selves, it was both fun and important to integrate those elements into the art direction, showing how, on a day-to-day basis, we are losing sight of ourselves and putting on a show. I like movies that scar me, that leave me thinking. I don't see myself doing films that simply ease a person's mind on a Friday night. Those are the types of film that I grew up with, the types of film that shaped me. I can't see myself doing films that drown my voice or disrespect the words that have shaped my identity. I've always hoped that one day, I too could affect people in the same way with my stories, and hopefully, FAÇADE is just the beginning.